Out of courtesy, out of courtesy of the members, I'm going to be very brief, and hopefully we'll reserve some time at the end. But I just want to comment on some of the things the issues that are really important at this point. The 715,000 outages in Philadelphia. I've gotten inundated in my office on this. People want to see more tree trimming, or they want to see underground lines. And this is happening. It's happening again and again. And it usually, in fact, happens to the same people. And it's the trees down the road that are causing the outages up here. So that has got to be looked at. And I do want to compliment PECO on their response to those outages. The Philadelphia Business Journal did a poll, and 83% of the people responding to the poll found PECO's response acceptable to excellent, which was, an unbelievable poll response. They had 6,500 people in the field addressing those outages, which is a monumental task in itself, sending crews out here, crews out there, knowing where all the crews are. So, but something has got to be looked at, when we have 715,000, outages in one storm. It's, that's immense. Another thing is, I just want to mention some of the things, Chairman Paulson, you did mention the DISC bill. UGI is using that immensely as far as their gas, development, as far as their lines. Chapter 14, which is, at this point, without Chapter 14, Philadelphia Gas Works wouldn't be in existence today. And it's now, I think, a price tag on it of about $2 billion. And that's stalled, apparently, over in the Senate. The one-call bill is, I know what you want to see in the one-call bill, but that's necessarily not what a lot of the members here want to see, as Chairman or as Commissioner Coleman, I think, understands at this point. And but the other thing that I really want to look at, and has to be looked at, are these variable rates. Now, you addressed that, to some degree. I had a Vietnamese gentleman come into my office, could barely speak English, and was crying. He was looking at a $100 bill, normally a little over $100. He went to $515 in 1 month, and there's no way he can pay it. And there's no way he can get out of the contract. And even if he could get out of the contract in a couple, it would take 2 more months in order to do it. And I said, where's he going to come up with the next $1,000? So it's a problem. And I do know that Representative Savella brought me the same thing up in his area. It was a woman who owned a small business, was paying $900 a month for electricity, and all of a sudden gets a bill for $2,600. And, she can't afford it and stay in business. So we've got to do something here. It's unacceptable the way it's going. And I know you license these individuals, but I know they could charge pretty well what they want. But, something has got to be done. And I know the committee's probably going to be looking at it. So, but that is one of the major issues that we have today. You have little people that are really hurting, and they, especially with the weather that we've been having, which is a cause of some of this. But, it's something that's going to have to be looked at, and it's going to have to be looked at quickly sooner rather than later. So, Chairman, I appreciate